Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Badgers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Miami's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here he comes just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Ward. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Restrepo. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one, setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Wisconsin's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help short plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll go to the counter play. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened, though.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
To the air, it's Ward. Lets it go. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Miami! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And off from the shotgun. And the Canes get it past the sticks.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They move the tight end all over. A first down run in the red zone. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Second and goal for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. It'll be a draw. Can't get him to the ground. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. Trying the left side. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
You know, Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Van Dyke. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. He's off to the races. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Badgers are marching down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
And the Badgers are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to throw, it's Van Dyke. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. They want to just keep throwing it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. To the air, it's Ward. Quick strike complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. The Canes get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Right back to the well. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll turn to Martinez. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Looking to throw, it's Van Dyke. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Pauly. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's going to pass. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking to pass. It's Ward. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Uncorks it. Got him downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. To throw, it's Van Dyke. Not a lot of time. He lofts one down the sideline. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. quickly to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Van Dyke. He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. And it's no good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. The Badgers in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Van Dyke. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Finds his man. It's Pauly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we can get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trying to find his man on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off play action on 1st down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Gets it out quickly. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Martinez on the carry. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back gets to give. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, running back on the move. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Ward. They're trying to get to him. Zings it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs and throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
Tackle is made at the 7-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Miami, 31, Wisconsin,
7. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Got it in the middle. It's Pauling. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Scanning the field, it's Van Dyke. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Looking for the two-point try. They'll go to the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
No good. That keeps the score. Miami, 31.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
They'll try the run. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Badgers.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Right down the middle.
Kick is good.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown.
Wisconsin, 20.
They've cut into this lead. It's down to 11 as they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll turn to Martinez. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Caught in the backfield, it's Restrepo. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The Canes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
This is one of those plays where when the defensive backs come back to the huddle, they give you an earful. Is anybody going to get to the quarterback? Can anybody pressure him? I can't cover my guy for 4 hours.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Touch pass on the run. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Martinez on the carry. Shakes off the tackle. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Balls at the 18. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He leaves it with his back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Van Dyke. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They'll leave it with him. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
He's back to throw on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Anthony. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Looking to move it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page, coming up with the big one.
And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Van Dyke. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They're bringing heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't hold on. Had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He wants to throw it again. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're lining up to boot it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Anthony. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Catch in the middle, it's Anthony. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. It's complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
The air is incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
Just an extra point away from a tie ball game right before the half. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. The extra point can tie it up, headed to halftime.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they've tied it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we might be headed for overtime. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense set on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, and that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Brings up second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Let's see what they have on third down as they want to make sure they keep this in makeable field goal range. Power football with the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. No problem at all as he knocks it through, and we'll go to another overtime. Now first down here in the second overtime. The give to the back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll turn to Martinez. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Third down coming up.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. They think there's room to run to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Wants to throw. It's Van Dyke. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This offense has a second down play. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Anthony. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Third down here in overtime and some work to do. He'll do it himself. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, this defense knew that they were going to be seeing some option in this game, and right now everybody's doing a nice job playing their assignments. On the third play of that drive, they were expecting it, and everyone communicating and all rallying to the football. That was nice to see if you're the coaching staff.
Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Puts it right down the boulevard. No sign of nerves, and we'll go to another overtime. So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward. He'll set up to throw. They got it done with the two, and now they hold the edge deep in overtime.
Wisconsin 42, Miami.
Now they'll have to respond with a two of their own. Quarterback will keep it. They can't convert. A great stop by the defense and a game-winning one here in overtime.